Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in honor of the Tom Woodruff Once Poetry Reading Space Open Mic called Community Poetry on First Wednesdays, I am looking forward to reading with you a few poems from new book releases. From the cc&d new release from November 2022 called Plurality of Nothing. Really cool James Webb telescope image on the cover. I was going to share with you a few poems, and the first ones I'm going to share also appear in the cyberwit.net Janet Kuypers women's issues poetry book titled Shattering the Glass Ceiling. The first two, 1 and 2, will be in both of these books. But I wanted to share them with you. I hope you enjoy them. This first one is titled All Men Have Secrets. All men have secrets, and here is mine. Strength is my weakness, and now my shoulders don't stay in place. You asked me to open my eyes, but they are. At least I think they are. Why don't you take me in your arms? Why don't you seduce me, tear me in half, rip me apart? Just don't cast me aside. I don't want to be strong. Be strong for me, so that I can adjust my chin and not have to worry about whether or not my eyes are open. If I open up the copy from this book, it also has a Dutch translation. It's hard to see it in here, but you can check it out online, or you can order a copy of this book through cyberwit.net. These things also exist in cc&d magazine, which is why I'm looking forward to sharing with you the poem from this. Verses 2 and 6 of the poem, Right There by Your Heart. They also exist in translations into Slovak, I believe. So I hope you enjoy this poem as well. This is verses 2 and 6 of Right There by Your Heart. Have you ever had that feeling before? You know, the one when someone's telling you something that you don't want to hear. Like if someone's about to tell you that someone died and you know what they're going to say, but you still don't want to hear it. Or if someone did something to you that you didn't like when you were little and the kids at the bus stop shot pebbles and spitballs at you every day because you were smart and you still had to go to that bus stop every morning and just try to ignore them. Well, when that happens, it feels like a medium-sized rock just fell in the bottom of your stomach, and you don't want to move because you're afraid that that rock is going to hurt the inside of your stomach, and so you just have to sit there and hope that the rock goes away. Or else you get the feeling in your chest, right there between your lungs. It feels like someone's pressing against the bone there, right there by your heart. But you gotta breathe. You're not gonna be able to take this pressure, that force, any longer. I don't know how many times the idea of seeing him went through my mind. At least once a week, I'd imagine a scene where he'd confront me, and I'd somehow be able to fight him back, to show him that he didn't bother me anymore, to show him that that rock wasn't there anymore, to somehow be able to prove that I wasn't a victim anymore. I was a survivor. That's what they call it now, you see, survivor, because victim sounds too trying for someone who's been raped. So I keep saying I'm over it, but I keep imagining Mark all over again, not raping me, but following me on the street, coming to my door with flowers, or sending me a Valentine. But once, when I actually saw him walking out of a record store as I was walking in, that rock fell so hard that I thought I was going to be sick right there by the cash register, right there by those metal things in the doorway that beep when you try to take merchandise out of the store. You know what those things are. I just can't think of what they're called. But if I did that, then he'd know he was still winning to this day. How many years has it been? How many years has it been since I've been wanting to fight him, since I've been feeling that rock in my goddamn stomach? I managed to hide my face from him in the store so he didn't see me as he walked out. When I saw he was gone, I wondered why I still felt that pressure in my chest. I thought that pressure was going to turn my body inside out. I reached for my heart, grabbed at my shirt, Maybe that pain was always there, right there, by your heart. But I try not to think of it until I go through times like those. As I told you, those were two poems that appear not only in the cc&d book Plurality of Nothing, close it up for you, Plurality of Nothing, but also in the cyberwit Janet Kuypers book Shattering the Glass Ceiling. And I think these are both two cool books, and I was trying to highlight this book by sharing material in new issues of cc&d magazine. But there's one more that I'd like to share in this book, and I'm going to grab the other book that it appears in, which is really cool. That's a cool thing about having a library space. I can just like walk around and go, hey, there's another book that it appears in. I'm going to share with you one more poem that appears in this book that also appears in the poetry book Every Event of the Year, Volume 2, July through December. This is a big book, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, but I've got one poem for you. I believe that this book is also in Shattering the Glass Ceiling. I don't know if I can hold all the books. I really don't. Can I? Ha! Here's me trying to show off too many books. Too many books. That's the back cover. But that's the cool thing about James Webb Telescope images. They just look that really cool. Anywho, this is one more poem that I want to share with you that actually appears in those three books. Count them three. And it is an event book, ergo Every Event of the Year. It was written on the 29th of October, which is the birth date of 1825 of the last Queen of Romania, Marie Alexandra Victoria. This is called Veins Burn Blue with Greatness. I knew I was destined for greatness. I knew royalty coursed through these blue veins. My strength was great, even when my royal family wanted me to marry my cousin, my own cousin. I refused the proposal. I don't care if he were the future King George V. You see, that's what family does, and that's what royalty does. They choose your life for you, which is why I was bound to crown Prince Ferdinand of Romania. If they can think that they can make all the choices for me, then just try. For what they don't understand is that I am the one with the power. I will wield true influence over my weak-minded husband even before I stepped into my throne. I was the one who made crucial decisions during World War I that gained us more land and power, all while my loyal subjects still adored me. I did all this while writing stories and books to shock the royal family, which may be why my subjects still revered me, even as a model patriot. For, you see, even when those who think they know better try to hold you back, when you know you are destined for greatness, you can defy them, and you can still win. That was a fun one for the last one that appeared not only in Every Event of the Year, but also because it relates to women's issues, the cyberwit book Shattering the Glass Ceiling, and currently right now appears in the November 2022 issue of cc&d magazine, which is a monthly book for a lot of great contributors in it, and I just have a couple little pieces. This book is called Plurality of Nothing. Anywho, I hope you enjoyed hearing those few poems. I am going to, in honor of Tom's reading space, I am going to come up with multiple readings from 1 to 3 p.m. as you would often have, and thank you all so very much for listening. I hope everyone's doing well, and I look forward to seeing you all in person very, very soon. Thank you all so very much. Thanks.